Okay, so we're going to look at some regular expression training as well. We've discussed some methods that we can use in JavaScript with regular expressions. We've discussed, not in detail, but just the names of them. So we've discussed search, match, test, exec, replace, and split. And now we're just considering two ways to create regular expressions in JavaScript. And in particular, the one that will be useful for this question is how to create a regular expression from a value that has been passed into a function. So in other words, how do we create a regular expression based or from a variable, from a value stored in a variable? Any ideas? It's a similar pattern that we can use to create lots of objects in JavaScript that don't have a literal way of creating them. So by literal, I mean that's an array literal, that's an object literal, various types of string literals or template literals. So you have the literal way of creating things, or you have invoking the constructor, and you invoke the constructor through a certain keyword in JavaScript. It's not this, it is new. Yep. So you can actually do new array and things like that, and that works, but we just don't use it anymore because it's a lot easier to create an array like that with a square bracket, right? The problem that we have with regular expression literals, which you write between two forward slashes, is we can't put variables inside of them because it will interpret whatever we type as the actual pattern that we're looking for rather than as a variable. There's no sort of regular expression template literal thing, yeah? It's not like we can put some backticks in here and do weird stuff like that, yeah? We'd literally just look for a backtick, which is not what we want. So the more useful method tends to be using new. And typically we would assign this new regular expression into a variable. The convention tends to be just calling it RE, yeah, for regular expression. So let RE equals new, and then what do I type, guys, to create a new regular expression? Reg exp, like that. Yeah, so think of them as two separate words, right? Regular and then camel, well, it's not camel case, is it? But whatever. Second word is capitalized as well. No, it's not streaming. I said I would record this one and then I'll upload it later just because I didn't want to mess around with the stream because we've recorded one so close. I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, so I'll do a separate upload later. So inside of that regular expression constructor, that can take two arguments. The first is the pattern, and the second is what? Anyone know?
Is it like one of those flags?
Yeah, one of those flags or options. Yeah, so we had G for global, we had I for case insensitive, there's an M for multi-line, which you need for, certain searches. But mainly you can get away with just using G and I. Can I just do them like that? No, they must be a string, right? Fantastic. So let's say I want to search for the word GitHub. I'm not doing it dynamically at the moment. And I want to search for any versions of GitHub, you know, capitalized versions, and I want to search for many of them. Then I could just do let RE equals new regular expression. That's my pattern that I'm looking for, GitHub altogether. And those are my optional flags there. If I return my new regular expression that I've created, what will it look like? What will get printed out to the console? It will essentially print out a regular expression literal, which we just spoke about. So between the forward slashes, what's there going to be? GitHub, exactly. That's my pattern. I'm searching for GitHub. And where does the G and the I go? Does that go just at the end or at the front? Or
It goes at the end after the slash.
after the slash? And is it a string again or what?
I don't think it was a string.
Nope, it's not a string. Good. Yeah, well remembered. So it will just look essentially like that. Let's double check that we're right. Confusingly, that's a comment and then a regular expression, right? But bear with it. GitHub is not defined. Oh yes, because I actually want to search for the string GitHub. My apologies, rather than the variable. You returned empty objects. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's do it in the console because, sorry, in DevTools, it'll be a bit clearer to see. Regular expression, new regular expression. I think that should be fine. No, so return RE. New regular expression. And then search. Yeah. So it looks like that, right? I was just trying to make a quick point there, but it didn't really come off. So it looks like a regular expression literal with the G and I at the end. Fantastic. That's all we've created, right? We've just created a regular expression pattern and option flags. And that's what we use time and time again in all of these questions. Okay, so we've created that. Instead, rather than looking for a fixed pattern, let's use our pattern passed in as an argument, yeah? So how many arguments have I got in this question again? 2 this time, definitely 2 this time. Good, not 1. I'm just going to call them sentence and let's use pattern, right? And pattern for now. So my regular expression is constructed from my pattern and the second argument, any flags that I need. Do I need any flags in this case? So we've got new and new, GitHub and GitHub, coding and was no coding in there, so it doesn't really matter. Do I need any flags? Would it work without any optional flags?
Well, we need case insensitive.
So one person's saying we need the global and one person's saying we need the case insensitive. I'm going to put both in for now, see whether it works, and then we'll take some out, yeah? We don't want to return just the regular expression now, though, do we? That was just to understand what we were creating. What do I want to return this time? The index, yeah. So how do I do that? The clue is in the title, right? Search. There was, it doesn't exactly say it there, but one of the methods in regular expressions was the search method, yeah? And that will actually return the index where it matches the first character in the pattern. So if we're looking for new, it's going to return the index of that N. Yeah?
Why was the arguments put inside curly braces instead of the search?
Why were the arguments put in? I have no idea. I have no idea, Porek, why I've done that. So it's a very, very good question and spot again. Your attention to detail is always superb. Is that better?
Yes.
I believe so.
I believe so too. Thank you.
So re.search.
re.search we're going to go with. And what are we searching for? What are we searching within? Sentence. Any issues? Shall I run it? Yeah. Ooh. re.search is not a function. Remember I said there are 2 methods that have the re.method syntax, and they were test and exec, I think. So search is not one of them. It's the other way around than S. Sentence.search. So we're searching the sentence for a regular expression. That way around, yeah? Sentence dot search RE. So that should be a lot better. Boom. Done. Yeah? So it worked with ing. Will it work without I? No, says Nalofa. No, says Aeneas, I think. You're definitely saying no. I like it. Put your foot down. Huh? It's there in the question. We can't see the question. We don't even need it. We know what's going on. Men, what do you say? The ladies have said we don't need the I. God. Men, eh? Can't make up their minds. Let's see. Oh, -1. What does that mean? Couldn't find anything, yeah? -1 means it could not find that pattern anywhere. Because we searched for NEW uppercase, and there was no NEW uppercase. So we needed that case insensitive search to match. And the same, we definitely need it, yeah? And we need it as well for the GitHub. So we need the I. How about without the G? Do we need the G?
I think we need the G.
You think we need the G? Everyone needs the G. That's me. This is what happens when you do a workshop for longer than an hour. Just anarchy reigns. Carry on.
Because I'm pretty sure without the G it would just stop at the first one.
Uh-huh. So, yeah, I agree with that. So without the G, it will just stop at the first match. Do we need any subsequent matches? Are there any subsequent matches in this question?
The other two.
The other two? But these are separate test cases, Porek. It's not... So how to explain that? Yeah. It analyzes all of this sentence for a pattern, and then totally separate test will analyze that sentence for this pattern. Yeah.
Last time we done a regex, as we were going over it, it stopped on the first one because we didn't have a G.
Yeah, it probably did, but the G is only useful if in this sentence up here, coding is the new literacy. If we had coding is the new literacy and all the new cool kids code. You got two news in it, right? You've got the word new repeated in the same sentence. That's when you want to capture two things, two news.
Okay.
Yeah, in the same sentence. We will probably see an example later of when we need a G, and hopefully that will become clearer. But in this case, we do not need the G because we're only looking for that first match, that first GitHub match, that first new match, that first coding match, but there is none. Yeah? Any questions on that before I move on? So the key things to take away are how to create a regular expression from a variable and how to apply a method that uses a regular expression. Yeah? Okay. Moving on. Replace. So what method do we think we need to use with this question? Replace string. Probably the replace method, right? Yeah. You got it. So, is it sentence.replace regular expression, or is it regular expression.replace sentence? Yep, absolutely, because the two exceptions are test and exec. I really hope exec is the other exception, otherwise I'm telling you wrong lots of times. Okay, so we've already been given our variable names this time. We've got sentence, we've got from, and we've got to. So we want to change it from Codiri to Codeflix, yeah? So I think I've done the last line for you. What do I need to put on line 2 now to make it work? Let's create a new regular expression, yeah. So let re equals new, definitely, that's the keyword I'm looking for. Reg exp. What goes inside of my regular expression constructor? Oh, lots of things. Okay, so what is the pattern that we are searching for to begin with? So we're searching within the sentence, but we're not looking for the whole sentence as the pattern. We're just looking for part of that sentence as a pattern. Yeah, we're looking for Codiri. That's what we're searching for. Yeah, that's our pattern to match in this case. So that's assigned to our from variable. Yeah. So we create a regular expression from our from variable, and do we need any flags at all in this case? Global? Do we need global? So we're looking for that pattern of Codiri. How many times does Codiri appear? Once, right? Just within the string, within the sentence. That's what we're calling replace on. Yep, once, so we don't need global. And here's our sentence in this case. The Premier League is a great competition. How many times does the pattern the Premier League appear? Once. So I don't think we need a global in this case. Do we need a case insensitive, or do we want to match the case exactly? Yeah, it looks like a carbon copy to me. Yeah, case exactly. So we don't even need any extra arguments there. And I think that should now work. Oh, we didn't return anything. Let re equals new regular expression from unexpected token. Oh, yeah. So replace takes how many arguments? Yep, definitely more than one, right? So we want to replace our regular expression pattern with our to variable, yeah? No, I've still got that. What am I doing wrong? Can't spot that. Oh, it's because I had the comment in there, right? It's weird the way sometimes that mucks it up, but it's just the fact that I had the comment in there. I want to give you an example of when we would use the global, which is why I copied the comment in the first place. I don't know. I'm not really imaginative with my sentences. If anyone's got anything they would like to say about Codiri, please be my guest. How many times now does Codiri appear in that sentence? The sentence is that bit. Two, twice, yeah? So what happens if I just run this code as I did before? What will the new sentence be? Yeah, it will be welcome to Codeflix. Codiri is a great project. Let's see that. Welcome to CodeFlix. Kadiri is a great project. So in other words, it has just replaced the first match only. And if you put Kadiri in as a string there to replace, will that replace one match or many matches? Because we can use the replace method with either a regular expression or a string, right? So what's the advantage of one over the other? Is there any advantage? Is it preference? It's the same thing. Welcome to CodeFlix. Kadiri is a great project. So it only replaces the first match. And as far as I'm aware, there isn't a way to make it replace more than one match using a string as your argument. The only way to do it is if you use a regular expression with what flag?
G.
With the G for global. Now, what's my sentence going to be? Welcome to... But we're replacing Kadiri, right? It's going to be welcome to CodeFlix. CodeFlix is a great project, yeah. So now it's replaced both instances of Kadiri with the word CodeFlix. And as far as I'm aware, you can only do that by using a regular expression. Yeah? So that's one advantage of using a regular expression in the replace method. Any questions? Nope. Okay. Does something exist or not? Is string part of a sentence? Without even looking at the description, what method do you think we can use in this case? We want to return a Boolean, true or false. What regular expression method returns a Boolean? Match would not. That would return the actual pattern that you've matched. Any ideas, Abdul?
So can you repeat that again?
Yeah, I just said, what method do you think we might use? What regular expression method do you think we might use, in this case, to return a Boolean? What regular expression method returns a Boolean? We've already used replace and search, and we know that they don't. Someone suggested exec.
No, it's not. The test will.
It'll be test, right? But when we talk about using find and filter or if statements, we always, well, I often say it, call it a test condition, because it's something that returns true or false. So test, the method, returns a Boolean. Yeah? So we're going to use test in this case. What's the syntax for test?
Test stop.
Huh?
Test stop.
Test what?
I thought you were asking.
Would be RE the test.
Oh, is that what you were saying?
I was saying we test RE.
Ah, no. re.test, and you're testing the sentence this time to see whether it contains the regular expression. It's that way around. Why they?
Did you just say test was the dot?
Yeah,
Huh?
you just said test comes later.
What?
Test comes before.
So we were talking about what methods to use, and then you said replace was after, but you said test was before the dot.
That's not what I understood, guys.
Thank you, Inez. What did you understand it as?
No, I understood that for all of the other methods, apart from test and exec, it was always sentence dot the method and then the regular expression. But for test and exec, it's the regular expression dot test and exec and the sentence that you're searching into. If that makes sense at all.
Yep, so they're the two syntaxes. Yeah, regular expression dot method, sentence or string, whatever. And that's only for test and exec. And the other ones, match, replace, what else we got? Join, and
Split.
search. And let's put split down there. Split by. Can definitely join by regular expression. Split. But yeah, I think we must be able to split as well. All right. Yeah. So that's what I meant by the syntax, and that's what I meant. Hopefully I said the regular expression comes first, but maybe I didn't. Job done, you can leave now.
No.
Yeah, so we want to do a regular expression dot test our sentence. So let's add our arguments in as always. How many have we got this time? 2, yeah. Oh, I'll call it pattern. Right. So we'll always create a regular expression from our pattern, and the options in this case, what do we need? The M, all in capitals, matches true.
Need
I think we need an I. 1, 2 I's. The more the merrier.
IG.
IG, why do we need a G? Under the fence, no match. Glittering gem is not enough. A glittering gem is not enough. Do we need a G? Usually it doesn't hurt to put it in, like with a lot of these cases, right? But I don't think we need it in this case. Green, 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 red, green, green, red, red, green, red, red, red. How many other combinations can I say? Green, green, green. Mm-hmm. Can we take out the G? Boom. How would we match under the fence and over the fence as an extension question? So whether it's under the fence or over the fence, how would we match it? There's quite a few ways to do it, to be fair. So we want to see green, red, green, right? In fact, yeah, don't worry about that. We'll just do the one case, otherwise it could get confusing. Oh, wrong way around.
Do you mean you want it to return true?
Yeah, I want this to return true, but I don't want to literally type over the fence. I want to leave the option that if the sentence had under the fence in it, it would still match that as well. See it, Abdul? Cheers. I'll add an extra bit to the sentence, right? So she looked under the fence, right? Yeah, so now let's match both over the fence and under the fence. So we don't need a variable because we're just going to write in our regular expression. How do I do that? What's my regular expression literal? Without using new, so we don't really need to use new if forward slashes, yeah. The pattern goes in between, So that's the question, right? What pattern am I looking for this time?
Would it just be the fence?
So that would match twice, but if we used a method like match, we'd just get the fence and the fence back. I want it to return over the fence, under the fence. Yeah? Oh, why does he ask these annoying questions?
No, I just partially remembered something from the regex workshop and it's annoying me now. 'Cause it's not the full thing.
Ooh, can we use the exclamation question mark to give us the option?
Can we use the question mark?
Is that the option flag thing?
We might be able to use the question mark. So the question mark stands for what? 0 or... Is it 0 or 1 or 0 or more? 0 or 1, right? Instances of a character.
Plus, is that what we use?
Plus, maybe. Is it not an over or under? How do I write or conditionals in a regex? How do we write them in JavaScript?
Or the two straight lines?
Two pipes, yeah. So how do we write them in regex? 1, yeah. And then I'm trying to think how we can group that. Might be like that, over or under the fence. So we're probably going to need to use match to check what we get back, because this, well, let's see whether this returns true. That still returns false, so it's definitely not that. Under. Still full. Do we even need bracket? Nope. Oh, we're still getting false. What's going on? Should match, right? Yeah, I think maybe DevTools has been a bit weird there. We can't even match fence, so. we still have that there, though, right? Function exists token.
Does it just take the one argument or two?
Yeah, we should be able to get rid of the second one, but it shouldn't affect it.
Is that because you need to have it in square brackets?
No, square brackets will match any of the characters in that group. Yeah. So now we're not returning anything. Yeah, cool. Okay, right. So we're underway again. So if we do under the fence, then we can get that. Okay. So then we said over or under the fence. Yeah, okay. So that's how you do it, right? Let's do it with match just to check. So sentence dot match regular expression, yeah, that way around. So sentence dot match all of that. Didn't need that one. Over. So it's only matched over, and then if we go global, we match. Oh, we match over or under the fence. So you see what it's done? So literally have to be more explicit. So you either do that, or can we make it better by doing that? I think that's what I had to begin with, right? See? So that's how we'd match over or under the fence. Makes sense, really. Sorry about the issue, but useful example. Do we even want to do this exact one again? Yeah? Go through it again? What's the first bit then? Let regular expression equals new regex. Similar pattern, right? From the token, we call it a token in this case. If you wanted, you could call it a pattern. What do we do with that pattern? No, this is the exec question. Please use the exec method. Yeah. So that's your weird little while loop.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Re dot exec sentence that result. Then we need something else as well, right? Did you say let match the loafer? Yeah, nice. Thank you. Yeah. Just dot push result. Yeah. And at the end we return matches.
Find token says too many statements. That's fine. Expect a conditional expression and instead sort an assignment. Yeah, that's also fine. But we didn't return anything. I actually got the syntax right. Again, why does Google not know what I'm talking about? Is it not obvious when I put exec that it's JavaScript exec? Yeah, re.exec. So we create our regular expression. Initialized our array. What went wrong there then? Nope. Yeah, not my favourite question. Look, I can't even spot it. Anyone else?
We had the polar before, didn't
Do we? Yeah.
There you go. This was the one that Vince could not get 100% in terms of the elegance.
Yeah. I'll settle for getting it right at the moment.
Why can we not use exec from that one? Because exec will return an array of matches, will it not?
Why can't we use exec? We were using exec. What?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we didn't have the G for a start. There we go.
Yeah. It still demands a conditional expression for some reason.
Yeah. That's the way I do it. I ignore the elegance on that one. But look at Richard's solution if you want to see a way to avoid that last annoying elegance issue. Last one, easy one. Huh?
I'd be content with just getting that right.
Exactly. What method?
I'm just gonna guess here.
Uh-huh. No.
Exactly.
It's match, yeah.
It's just a guess.
Yeah, it's educated guess. So, again, what do I need to do?
Create the regex.
Create our regular expression. And it is made of the token or the pattern and what flags? Any flags?
Sensitive.
ING, you reckon? And then what do we do? Return sentence dot match re. It does it, right? Yeah, not quite. What's wrong with that one?
Lowercase. That's the flag we also need to use.
What was that, Proik? I think you're pretty much there, but just say it again.
We need to make it lowercase.
We need to make it lowercase only, yeah? We don't want to match the capital AIN in Spain. So, what do we get rid of? The I. Run it again. All good. And please don't forget your semicolon. Any general regex questions? Is that a bit clearer in the loafer?
Yeah.
Yeah? Lots. Good, good, good. That's what we want. So yeah, you can't go too far wrong if you remember how to create the regular expression, and then you remember the order of using the methods, either sentence.method or re.method. And the rest is just a little bit of practice, right?
Does exec always use the loop?
Does which one? The exec
Yeah.
always use the loop? Unless you just want to return one thing. So you can use it outside of a loop if you did. Let's just do it here, right? We'll just replace. Oh no, we can't do it that way because it's the wrong syntax, right? But if we did re.exec sentence, then this will return something, and it will only return the first match plus a bit more information.
Even with the G.
Even with the G. You returned ain. The first match is all it returns. Even with the G. What a rubbish method.
Exactly.
Yeah?
What's the point?
Dunno. So yeah, for most intents and purposes, you can use match instead, right? Rather than using exec.
What's the difference between?
What's the difference? Good question. I'd have to research exec a bit more. I never use it, to be honest. But we can look now quickly if you want. Do you have a question first, Anais?
No, I was going to say, so the difference between match and exec is that match will return all of the matching elements in a sentence, but exec will return only one instance of that matching element.
Yeah, I suppose essentially, right, that is the difference. Yeah, nice one. So exec does only return one thing, but it also removes that match from, how to say it, but it removes the match from the sentence if it searches that sentence again. So if you then, I could then call re dot, hold on, let me do this. So let first equals re dot exec sentence, right? And then you can also do, call it again. Let's just do that, and then that, and then that. And we're definitely going to use a case insensitive search so that we can see the difference between these matches. So then we've got like second match, I can't even count now, third, fourth, let's do a fifth just for fun. So if you use match, you're always going to get the same thing as well returned, whereas exec keeps track of what it's already searched, which I guess can be quite useful. Except, yeah, of course, let's switch to DevTools. Um, 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 um. Function find tokens. Take that one. Console.log. All right, what is first going to be? Calling re.exec on sentence the first time. And our token is still AIN.
So
Rain? What, with an R?
No.
Oh, yeah, AIN, yeah? Sorry, my ears have just popped. Okay. Yeah, so we get AIN with some extra information, right? You see that we've got this extra information. Index 5. Original input, all of that stuff. Groups, we didn't define any capture groups. Second, it's going to be
Be the same but with a different index.
that's not what I expect. That's what I was hoping for. Same but a different index in there.
but is it because you stopped it and started it?
Yeah, it did it. Index 14.
I only did it when I had the G flag. You know, like, oh. So the G flag does do something. It lets exec continue matching. Whoops, and that's the fifth match. It's null if it doesn't find anything. Alright. So we called re exec, but it already found all of its matches. It found those first four. That one, that one, that one, and that one. So therefore the fifth match was null rather than just matching the first thing again. Yeah. So it just keeps track of how many times it has run before if you put the global flag in there as well. So yeah, slightly different behavior. I guess it can be useful, otherwise it wouldn't be in the language. I'm still struggling for a use case. But on that confusing note, should we leave it there?
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.